time for a process video. And this is going to be the last one I post before starting. If I'm posting this according to schedule, then starting tomorrow's June 1. And so the whole month of June is 30 days, best of 30 days sketches. So this is the last, quote, regular layout before a month full of them. So what I'm doing here are these two pictures of my daughter. She'd gone to Colorado in 2018 with her lacrosse team. They played games up there. And she got these cute pictures. She's kind of little in the picture, but it's okay. I kind of like it because I like the whole Colorado thing here. And I love all this like brick and rock and stuff. And then the kit I'm going to use is the Hip Kit April 2022 kit. This is a spring kit, really, if I'm honest. It's got a lot of like Eastery stuff in it, but I'm not using the Eastery stuff because she ain't up there for Easter. But I got these 3 sheets of paper here I'm going to use. This is my plan anyway. I think I'm going to use the front and back side of this sheet here. And then I'll show you the sketch real quick that I'm kind of working off of. It says it was uploaded by Pam Cook. It's on Pinterest. I have no idea who this person is or anything. Oh, it looks like it's a page maps. So my guess is it's actually a page maps and this person just took the image and put it on Pinterest. So we'll give page maps the credit. But it has basically a wood grain, which is why I kind of picked this here. And then there's like this little solid piece and then like little, 9 little squares here. I'm going to have to think about that. That looks like almost like a 2x2. I'm going to have to do a little thinking on that one because I'm not 100% sure the sizes. But that's my idea with this page here is to use the stripes and the flowers for these little papers. And then the 2 3x4s. I think that'll work. So, of course, I have plenty of ephemera because that's just how Hip Kit is. That's how they roll. You have this whole thing here with these little chipboards. So, tags on that page because there's a couple of tags down here. So, that's what I'm going to work on. So, let's get started. I'll get back soon. Okie dokie artichoke. So, I have cut my little squares. I actually ended up cutting them at 2 3/4 inches. And I have cut that little coralish color. I don't know if that's really a coral, but it's like that little corally color square, 9 inches square. And so that looks pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. And then I'm just going to kind of glue these little 9. Now I fast around with this, y'all. I try to get it straight. I don't know why it takes me so long. Anyways, I'm going to glue my little squares down here. I almost cut 9 squares and then looking at the sketch again, I realized, well, shoot, Christine, you don't need one under that far right side there because the picture's going to cover it up. Now, I did run off and go get, for the back of for matting the pictures, I allowed the photo printer actually put a little white mat around it, and I used that, but then I needed something else, and I went and got a piece of wood grain out of my stash. I wanted something a little bit dark to kind of separate it from the pastels of the papers. So I did run off and get that. Now I'm going to glue all these down. And I think I even kind of mess around with the tags. And I kind of mess around, with these pictures here thinking, okay, this is where I want them. I think I'm going to glue this little square down here after a second. Yeah, see, I do that. I do take my little tags and start. And then now I'm trying to remember. Oh, I decided to ink the edges of this gray. I completely forgot I did that, y'all. That is so crazy. It has been that kind of day, man. We had a really nasty storm last night, knocked our internet out. It was out for more than 12 hours, which is just crazy to me. I mean, I'm in Dallas-Fort Worth. What is the deal with that? We are not in rural America. I should have had my service up in about 4 hours, but whatever. I feel kind of bad, though. The neighbor's tree blew over. She had a real tall tree. I want to say it's about, I don't know, maybe 60 feet tall, a maple. Wind blew the thing right in the street. The city had to come and saw it up and get out of the road. So I feel kind of bad for her because it's a good, nice tree. But anyway. All right, so I got my inked my little square there, and I've got my tags. Now, I did have to use my little We Are. Have I done that yet? Oh, here's where I'm doing it. I have to take my We Are memory keepers because I did cut these tags out of a sheet of paper. And I can't decide if I'm sad or not because the back side of the papers are pretty green. But I do like these tags, and I think I have another 2 rows of them on the paper. I don't think I've cut that all up yet. I think I just cut the one top row because I thought, okay, I can use tags off this row. And they're good tags. I mean, there's some of them are kind of springtimey, but these were nice little patterns I could use. Then I decided I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges of these tags here too. I think I actually, I'm looking at this layout and I guess I haven't either. I don't think I'll ink everything. I ink the tags. I ink the pink or the coral paper. I'm looking and I guess I actually didn't ink the big paper. It's all right. It's cool. It's cool. But I just thought that they needed a little bit of separation here, so I did decide to ink these little pieces. And then I'm going to come along and, or did I poke them holes already? My gosh, I need to watch my own video. I start looking at the layout instead of watching my video. Now I don't remember what I've done in order here. I poked the holes with my little We Are memory keepers. I took my hole punch somewhere and I can't find it, so I'm having to use other things. All right, so at this point, I glued everything down. I was kind of organizing it, and I realized I glanced at the sketch. I go, oh, crap, there's a little bit of mixed media on here. So I got out this, I think I showed you a second ago. It's Lindy Stamp Gang, and it's like a coral. It's even called like coral something. It's got a little bit of gold shimmer in it. It's really pretty. And I thought it went pretty good with this, so I just sprinkled that where the sketch showed a little bit of sprinkles. And now I'm going to go ahead and start gluing my stuff down, or putting my picture and putting my tags and stuff down. Now, once I get the tag and everything down there, I'm going to be honest, I struggle with the darn embellishments again. I don't know why. I guess some of it's because some of it's kind of, well, it's kind of crazy because some of it kind of disqualifies itself because it's Easter eggs. Okay, that's actually good. It helps me narrow stuff down. But then I was struggling because like I might want a certain thing, like there was a little speech bubble that said, you know, love this or something. I don't remember what it was now, but the thing was pointing the wrong direction, or just, you know, various little things. So I ended up having to sort through the ephemera. But what I'm doing right here is I'm making my tags not to be naked. So I got some string there, and I'm just tying a little bow on it. I'm going to cut away because you don't need to sit there and watch me do all that. When I come back, you're going to see I've got the tags with the little bows on them, and I'm going to start gluing them down now. So I've taken this other little tag with the blue on it, and I'm going to put that, or blue, it's like a gingham, a little pale gingham blue here. And why I'm so particular where this is going is beyond me. But I'm being real particular about it, which is funny because, I mean, nobody knows what the sketch looked like when I started, so why am I being so particular? I could not tell you. All right, so then I'm going to glue these other two tags down. I am going to end up putting the picture up on foam. I just kind of wanted to. It seemed a little bit, it might get a little bit lost because I don't know why, because I did put the brown, the little wood grain behind it, but for whatever reason, I decided I want to put up on foam, so I'll do that in just a second. I'm going to get my little foam out here. I'm almost out of that stuff, y'all, which I'm kind of happy because I need to order the stuff with the sticky back. I ordered the wrong one. I've mentioned this many a time now because it kind of hurt my feelings. I got the one without the sticky back, and that was just dumb. So I need to get the one with the sticky back so I don't waste so much time gluing it down. Anyway, I put the foam on there, and I'm looking at that, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of cute. I am going to go looking in just a second and get my title out. So I do love the little font, though, that comes with this. It's real fun. It's kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just kind of a fun little font. Like, it just got it's got little angles and stuff, too, that just makes it kind of whimsical. So I've decided to call it LAX Trip. It's, I think I mentioned she was on a lacrosse trip, and they called lacrosse was LAX, which is kind of cool. So I call it LAX Trip. I did find a little ephemera that says, loving this, and because she loves to travel, so that was one advantage, of course, when she played sports and she had to go do tournaments or games or whatever. You know, in college they'll now granted she didn't like riding that bus because sometimes the bus ride would be 18 hours or something like that, but you know, it is what it is. They don't get to fly everywhere. It's so expensive. So I called it LAX Trip. I did take loving this. I did put a little foam on the back side of it so it was the same height as the pictures. And then in a second, I don't remember now when I do it, y'all, but I'll get a couple little hearts and stick it up underneath LAX. Now, I'll add some additional embellishments toward the end, but I don't do it just quite yet. I'm going to go ahead and put this LAX Trip that says loving this. I think I do find the hearts next, but then I'm going to start moving myself down toward the bottom. Yeah, this is where I'm kind of messing with these little hearts. I do like the patterns on these hearts. So one of them's a little green, kind of gingham, and the other has little florals. And the little florals, they're not the same as on the arrow for the loving this. There actually was a heart with that floral, but it's a slightly different one. Just a, you know, a little smaller floral pattern on there. But I like how that all looks. And then I'm going to come down to the lower right down there. And I had actually found a little piece of ephemera, a little fishtail banner looking deal that said, let's hang out and have fun. And I liked it. So I don't know if I do that next though, y'all. Can't see what I'm doing. I think I'm putting a little foam tape up on the back side of something. I think it's on the... Oh, it's on the little green heart. That's what I'm doing. I put the little green heart on some foam tape. So anyway, I'm going to come down the lower right corner now. I'm going to find my little... I get this... Am I doing that yet? I'm so sorry, y'all. This little recording, when you're... First off, I'm too low on the camera, and I'm so sorry about that, y'all. I didn't pay enough attention to my little guide tapes. And so some of the stuff I put on the bottom down here, you might miss just a tad of it. Oh, I put the 2018. I did do that. And that goes on one of the little tags there that had a little open spot for writing. So I liked how that looked. So I put my 2018. I come into this little chipboard thing several times. I do end up pulling stuff off of it. I just don't think I do it right away here. I'm kind of looking at this. This is where I have that little piece of ephemera that says, let's hang out and have fun. I put a little foam tape on the back side of it. I've had that there pretty much the whole time because I did like that and I knew I wanted that on here. So that goes right up underneath that little picture. And then I'm going to come over, and this is where I cut away because I searched and searched. I was struggling with that ephemera, y'all. But I did find this chipboard with these little black and white florals, because what I had is that little upside down rainbow with the flowers coming out. It looks like a little flower basket. And I wanted it there, but I kept feeling like it was getting lost on that blue tag with all those florals. So I ended up introducing this black and white ring, or wreath rather, to kind of separate that floral from the blue. And I like how that turned out. And in a second, I'm going to go back on that chipboard piece, though. What am I doing right now? I think I'm putting a little foam up. Yeah, I'm just putting a little bit of foam up underneath there because it would have, it laying on top of the chipboard was fine, but I needed something to keep that little top right piece of that little flower basket from soaking in or sunken in. So then, what am I doing? I think I'm still looking for something to go under the, I'm kind of in my head going something on the left side of that flower basket. I need a little something. And that's when I decide on these chipboard flowers. I notice these little flowers over here. And y'all, again, I'm so sorry. I think I'm off camera. I'll come back up in a second and you'll see it. But there's a little blue flower. It's a chipboard flower. And then I'll end up putting like a yellow gingham with a little coral center flower on there. And then the upper left next to LAX trip, I'll put another little flower and it's pink. So I'll end up with these little chipboard flowers on there. And that makes a little visual triangle. I tried an arrow. I kind of liked the arrow, but I couldn't really figure out how I wanted it to go. So I put it back. I'll use it eventually. I think this is where yep, that's where I pull that flower out. I like that over there. And then I put the pink one up there. Now, I don't show y'all. And I sat there and I thought I was done. And then I actually ended up finding some little black and white butterflies. So when I slow down here, that's all I'm going to do to the layout, kind of. But here's where I showed you where I added the little black and white butterflies in a little triangle here. I added those after I turned the camera off. So that's the close-up of the layout. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to show you the stills in a second. Starting tomorrow, remember we got the 30 days best of. So make sure you check all those links and check out all the people that are playing along. It's usually really great fun. Thank you guys so much for watching, and check out my Instagram. Talk soon. Bye-bye.